Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another reading. We are now officially in a new window. We are in Virgo season. We just had yesterday Virgo new moon, and I know a lot of people are going to be impacted. It's a new energy, and of course, we are entering autumn season soon, so it is new energy anyways, but this is different. This is different because if you've been following astrology, it is that this Virgo new moon was at 0 degrees, which is a critical degree, and it is a degree of initiation, brand new things or things that we are really being asked to really commit to. So you may have felt quite different compared to like all the other Virgo new moons. Maybe last year you were thinking on the same day, actually a lot didn't really change, but now it feels like something big is about to happen. And that's because we are also entering eclipse season very soon, which I will provide the guidance for in the coming weeks. And so do subscribe to my channel and like this video if you do want to get, and the notifications as well, if you do want to get those when the videos come out. Um, because I'm feeling very, very intuitive recently, a lot more connected to the universe. And it was almost when this happens, it's because there's a lot of people needing guidance. So do watch out for that when those videos air. And I do love your support. And let's get right into it. What is coming next week? We are officially on 24th of August. Let's see what is coming in the following week. I have the Millennial Tarot deck, which I love. Okay, I'm gonna lay it out because the cards are huge. Okay, so five of swag, furlough, a setback. Okay, some of you have been, this is not telling me exactly that there's a setback like gonna be coming. This is telling me this is where you are right now. This new moon is going to open something up for you. So five of swag, or five of pentacles is someone who feels left out in the cold. You are not able to take certain actions because you feel limited by especially your money resources. Someone's like, I don't have enough money to do that. I don't have enough resources to be able to create what I want. Maybe you're someone who's starting a business, or maybe you're someone who wants to go on a holiday or treat someone to a holiday, but you can't because you're like, I don't have the money right now. And now, yes, that situation sometimes actually really sucks. Not sometimes, it does actually really suck. So what do you do in that? And I'm not a believer of just going straight into, manifesting just that, oh, I have money and maybe just doing affirmations. I think actually what you want to do right now, especially in this Virgo season, is not necessarily be super delusional. I would say that if it was me, of course, you are, again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I would do or what I feel like could really help you, which is, to really consider, where is the money going towards? Kind of taking a note on your finances. It's a great time to get a spreadsheet out and looking at that spreadsheet where your money is going. Is it noting down what subscriptions can you minimize? What channels can you close off, right? Once you have done that, now it's time to expand. What other income portals can you open? Could you possibly do certain workshops? Could you possibly sell something in your house? And this is not to say that's what you're like, exactly meant to do. It's just that once you start calling in money, even in little ways, it opens up a lot more pathways in your life, because you start feeling positive, money starts flowing, and you start to feel more faithful about, or you start to have more faith, right? About your finances or your situation. If you're feeling low on money and you're feeling like, gosh, abundance never flows to me, you start going into this negative pattern, which leads further into a negative way of thinking or a limited way of thinking. Right? So how do we stop the momentum towards the limited way of thinking? We stop it by catching it early. We stop it at the point where you are already kind of like diving deep into it. And you do that by taking small actions, exactly by creating a spreadsheet, And maybe at the time you realize, gosh, I am not in the best position right now. So What do you do? At least now you know. Before you may have been avoiding looking at your bank accounts, avoiding looking at your receipts, avoiding looking at subscriptions and all these things, avoiding looking at other things and saying, I don't want to even look at them because they just bring up this trigger within me that I might not be able to afford certain things. I don't know how I'm going to step through the next part. So that's what it's saying, that someone has been in this energy for so long, but what you need to do is face the fear of actually looking at your finances and looking at exactly what they're telling you, exactly what they're showing you. You know, we can't avoid it, but once you look at it, the potential for you to expand from there is a lot more than it is by avoiding it. So once you look at it, you realize, right, I have spent this much money, I have this much money. Am I okay for this month? If you're not okay for this month, you write down what amount. You're going to be okay with, what amount will make you less anxious. So you write down that amount, then you work towards that amount, whether that comes from either, and this is just a plan at the moment, right? It's because we want to start feeling hopeful. We want to set our intentions and our focus towards how we can call in this another income portal. Can you, can you possibly get a client? You know, can you possibly do a workshop or a something like that, right? So this is what I would advise you to do. Really kind of get clear on what you are wanting to call in next into your life and how much money you're wanting to call in next into your life and really working towards that. Let's get a couple more cards to see what else is coming. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I love the depiction of this millennial tarot because they're so relatable. And the one that I have here is the Death card. And this is also linked with Scorpio. And we do get student loans at the end here, closing one door and opening another. So someone is literally feeling like they are in debt. So student loans, you know, can be causing a lot of issues in your mind, can be causing kind of this inner turmoil, making you feel like, gosh, what am I meant to do about my finances? You know, someone's really like feeling like what you are meant to do about your finances. Maybe you have a lot of student loan debt and you're like, how am I meant to pay it off? We do get straight after that card, I got this Empress card, the Etsy Queen, caring for creations, right? It's time to put your creative ideas out into the world so that you can generate more income. So for someone, this is going to be your creativity that is going to lead to it. Maybe you're also a healer like me, and a coach like me. So maybe this is the time you start putting your energy out towards building this business of yours, or perhaps you are meant to in a very small way, start sharing your voice so you build momentum towards what you are trying to create, right? So that's what I'm saying here. The Empress card is also about being in this receptive mode so that things can come to you and can enter your vicinity. So it's also about this trust in the divine, the trust in the universe, trust that things are going to come to you. So that is coming really strong here. And then we do get the High Priestess, the festival goer, understanding how life works. Maybe you're saving up for a festival that you want to go to, or maybe an opportunity may come for you. If you're a musician, for example, you might want to play at a festival, and this could be a local festival. Maybe there's like a local event coming up soon to you. I would encourage you that if you're a musician or someone who is in that industry, or maybe you're even someone who has your own small business, maybe it's I don't know, crochet business or something like that. Maybe it's a great time for you to get a stall at this event. And at the stall, you can really output your services, bring in more business. So this may be something you want to consider too. Yeah, all about money here. Money and receptive energy and your creation are the messages that I'm getting for this reading. Let's get a couple more cards. What else do we need to know? Wow, these are all major arcana cards. The Hierophant, the Instagram guru, seeking guidance from others. Yeah. So maybe you're in need of a coach, a mentor, a healer, someone who can guide you on this path, someone who can show you how to get things done. You can, of course, book a session with me. I am, my services are listed down below, but my YouTube is going through a bit of a rebranding and upgrade. So, um, if you really want to connect deeply with me, I'm much more active on Instagram, and so do give me a follow where you can find a lot more information, and I will reply directly to you there. Um, but if you're like, actually, right now, I don't have the money, I don't know what to do, you can listen to my podcast, which I have linked down below. And that podcast is going to share with you a lot of different tips on if you're starting your creative business, if you are facing any issues, you can get a lot of guidance from there as well. And then in the future, if you do want to work with me, then you can definitely DM me. But it's time to follow someone who is basically ahead, um, 10 steps ahead than you are on your journey so that you can learn from them. Often, we try and go for like some sort of a coach, mentor, gurus who are way, way ahead. Because they have a big presence, they are well known, and you start to kind of admire them because they have achieved a lot of success. And often that may attract you into, wanting to work with them. But actually, what you truly need is someone who can get you to this level so that you are closer to the bigger, the kind of like the bigger manifestation that you're wanting. So having someone to give you a stepping stone is what you're looking for. So whoever your next level coach is, whether that's me or someone else, um, do start looking at their content, start taking in any free resources that you have. But if you do have the money, I would invest because this is where you're going to make the most difference, right? Especially if you're like building a business, that requires a heck of a lot of other skills that you may not have examined previously, such as sales, marketing, looking at all your visibility wounds, looking at content creation, right? It's skills that we didn't think about. Because you just love what you do. But actually, when you are outputting all those things, it's a different story. So do have a think about that. Then we do get Wheel of Fortune, this Bitcoin investment. For some of you, this might be a direct message about your finances, Bitcoin investments. Maybe you have certain investments. Maybe you have some stocks and shares. Again, let me reiterate, this is not a financial advice channel. This is a tarot energetic spiritual channel. So take this advice um, with what resonates within you. Seek your financial advisor for actual investments and stuff. So this is just telling me energetically what is active within you, and money is active, and how you can really address those issues. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune also indicates things clicking into place. Your financial situations are actually clicking into place. Maybe you're like, you know what, I want to create like a financial portfolio. I want a property. I want this financial abundance. You want to build your wealth and have the source resources that add into your wealth. And the way you are doing that is by, for example, investing. You are starting a business, you have a job, but you also like, contributing towards your pension, ISAs, 401ks, whatever it is. It's kind of like you're wanting to have this portfolio so that you can feel stable. That's what I'm getting here, that you're wanting to feel as stable as possible, but that stability comes when you feel stable internally. And you can really cultivate that stability within you as much as possible by meditating, by really working on your mindset. And not just your mindset, but also healing your nervous system, really looking at it, wait, where where is this coming from? Where is my limiting belief in money coming from? Why do I feel like I cannot have money for a certain situation or certain things? It's kind of looking at that. And you're just wanting to change your financial situations, really. My nose is really itchy. I'm sure this is a sign that spirits kind of do tell me about something, but I don't know why that is. So I'm sorry I look like a reindeer, but I'm just gonna, yeah, mention that this may be why it's like I'm scratching my nose. It may be why this is something to really, really remember, that your investments, money situation is clicking into place. It's really clicking into place. Maybe there are people who are helping you, and what you're wanting is going to come. Have faith in that. Have faith that you can have an abundance and manifestation. Sorry, not manifestation, an abundance and a wealth portfolio built. which will give you security, but just work on your security, inner security beforehand. The wobbles that you have when the resources are low, how do you deal in those situations is going to dictate when you do have the money as well. And when you next time, for example, you end up in a situation where you don't have as much money, what would you do in that time? The situation right now with your finances is preparing you for your next level growth. Yeah, that is something to think about then. Okay, the moon, we have the ghost stepping into the unknown. Gosh, we did have the moon card yesterday, but I don't get like this moon, a new moon was not really about the unknown. It was actually more about clarity. So the message that I get here is for some of you, this seems like a love situation. I am getting a love situations because I see this ghoster here. Maybe some of you are so caught up on why someone ghosted you, and you are feeling really caught up in those emotions. And we do get the sign of Pisces here. I know Saturn is going into retrograde in Pisces, so you may want to look into that a bit more as well. Maybe that's going to deliver you some messages. But what I'm going to say is the ghoster card here indicates someone you had feelings for, but they may have ghosted you, or you may have been the ghoster. Um, I don't really get the unknown here, unknown message here, and if that resonates with you, maybe that is for you, but I don't really get that here. Then we do get the devil and I'm gonna let you read that yourself. Giving into temptation. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a love like situation that has just come out. You get the ghoster, and then you do get the devil, the F boy. Yeah. This is someone who kind of ghosted you and you feel kind of like you gave into the temptation because they seemed interested in you and you felt like, yeah, this is the kind of person I wanted to date. And yet we went on a couple of dates and then they just stopped talking to me. They just ghosted me. And that's what I'm getting here. Someone's feeling this. Someone's feeling like you have been ghosted and you feel like, I don't know what to do about it. I gave into temptation. I went with this person and only to realize that they were actually just a player. I'm so sorry you went through that. And if you're in this situation, if you're feeling like, yeah, this is what happened to me, this is my exact situation, what am I meant to do? Um, what you're meant to do in this point is, first of all, have deep compassion for yourself. It's fine. Temptations are there for a reason, there's something that within you needs to be healed. One day you'll get to a point where that exact person will be an ick to you. So then you wouldn't be questioning it. And I say that with experience. So you won't be questioning it. So right now, what you have within you and maybe this energy that is coming up, you may have been abandoned by someone who didn't perhaps treat you right, or they gave you mixed messages that, they took you out on dates, really treated you well, and then just cut it off. And you're kind of feeling like, gosh, why haven't they texted me and this and that. There is a part of you that is requiring healing. It is requiring you to see have a look right at the beginning. What did you like about this person? And make a list, think about all those things that really made you attracted to this person. And it is not to say that you're not meant to um, like attract those qualities in a person who is actually healthy and healed and, is a higher level person, mature, masculine, and in their masculine energy, or if you're into the feminine, so then they are very much in their feminine energy, you're trying to work out exactly um how to not repeat that pattern. Yeah, is what I'm trying to get to. Oh my God. You're trying to make sure that you don't repeat this pattern, basically. I'm itching my nose. Maybe this is a reiteration of your situation, that it's time to leave this person alone and maybe actually go to a healer or a coach and really sit with your emotions. Why is this coming up? What situation in your past or in your childhood actually had occurred, which led you to be abandoned, which led you to feel like you are not taken care of and you are someone who could be ghosted, you know? And also the fact that someone ghosted you is actually a lot about their behavior as well. You know, it's not just what, yes, you may have attracted that, but the fact that they did that and not lived in integrity and actually communicated with you in a healthy fashion and with integrity indicates that they are clearly not a match to what you have to offer. I would really remember that. You know, we often try to think like, okay, if they ghosted me, is it because they found someone else? We start to shift our focus on like that person. But actually, it's time to bring that focus towards you. The fact that someone can do that, the fact that another human being can actually ghost you, leave you hanging, leave you feeling in this anxiety, means they don't have enough empathy um, to be able to kind of relate to that situation and not do that. They don't have enough empathy to not act in this way. And you don't want to be with someone who's not empathetic. You do not want to be with a partner who doesn't have basic level empathy. Absolutely not, right? Because that will ruin you. And so this ghosting or this person that may have left you might actually be a blessing in disguise. Right, let's get the last card. I'm going to use this Oracle deck. So, oh, wow. Okay. Love these cards. You're going to love these cards, right? I'm just going to move this because I need to buy a new table because I am running out of space with all my decks. And right, we have three cards that jumped out. One, companionship. You can screenshot it if that helps you. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. This is just after the ghosting card. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. I couldn't have communicated better myself. This is exactly what the next card from the follow-on card from the exact love situation that just came up. Direction. Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign, a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I am about to head the wrong way, please stop me. Okay, so direction. It's time to connect to your angels, your spirit guides, to connect to um, your guidance system. Literally, you can ask like, as funny as it may sound, you can literally stand outside and be like, I need guidance, like tell me what to do. You know, if you're feeling like I don't know what to do. Again, this is where um if you're feeling like, no, I need guidance in terms of, you know, and direction from someone who's experienced and someone who's led these things, of course, reach out to a coach or a healer or someone who can really help you. But you can also cultivate this as a practice within you to start asking your guides or your angels or the universe or whatever you believe in to really ask, what is the direction I'm meant to take? Please stop me if I'm going in the wrong direction. This is what this is what I encourage you to ask. The divine timing. Some of you are like feeling left behind in life, and I trust me, I get that, you know. The time when I was going through my whole spiritual journey, or when it started, and everyone else was like settling into their careers, climbing the corporate ladder, um, having different relationships, you know, which were building, getting married, having kids, building a house, getting a house, you know, all these very big kind of milestones in their lives, and everyone was hitting it. And I was on my spiritual journey. My milestones looked like, what limiting belief have I crushed this week, this month? That was my milestone. My next milestone was, am I being still triggered by my past memories and walking around life in my powerlessness, or am I walking with power? That was my milestone. And often we don't celebrate those milestones. And it's such a shame we don't celebrate those milestones because they're such big things equivalent, if not more, than buying a house, having a wedding, marriage and kids, and this is the card which is saying that trust your divine timing, because what you're doing right now is crushing those exact patterns, and that is your path. And I would celebrate it a lot more that when you crush a limiting belief, you don't repeat a pattern. What a win that is. Often we think that the big wins come from having these big milestones achieved, marriage, kids, house, all those things. But it actually comes from, um, not just actually, but like it also comes from very much improving your inner world, because that is creating everything in your outer world. And you're less likely to crumble if your foundations of self-worth and self-esteem and your inner world is much more stable, which is why I do this work. So yeah, this is something to really, really delve into. That your divine timing is coming, and just have a little patience. All right, I feel done. I feel done here. Lots of money cards came up, love situation cards came up. So if they do resonate with you, do let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from people what resonated with you. And if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and do share it with other people who you may know and who may benefit for this reading. So I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next one.